Well, happy Wednesday, everybody. It's good to be with you on this Wednesday. And I just want to take a moment to share with you what I'm thinking about and what I've been digging into in the Word of God because it is good news. I've been thinking about small things. Actually, I've been thinking about sometimes how we, or I anyway, maybe you're like me, but sometimes I feel like a pretty small thing or small person. I feel pretty insignificant. I wonder if what I am doing, how I'm living, if it really matters. And sometimes we get like that. We start to feel insignificant. We start to feel small. My wife and I are planning a vacation to Ontario. And so that's coming up just in another week or so. And I'm looking forward to it in many ways, but I'm also kind of dreading it because we're going to some big places and some big cities and there'll be all kinds of people. And I think sometimes that's when I feel most insignificant or small, when you're with all kinds of people and in big cities and driving on big highways and people everywhere. And it's just kind of like, I feel so small. I just feel so insignificant. But also sometimes in our lives, we can get feeling that way. We can wonder if what we contribute, what we do really matters, really makes a difference. And I'm here today to tell you on Good News Wednesday that small things are significant and small things are used by God and small things are important. And why do I feel this way? Why do I believe this? Well, because as I was looking at Proverbs, and I've been spending a lot of time in the Proverbs, and if you've been listening or hanging out with me, you've been spending some time in the Proverbs too, whether you like it or not. And the book of Proverbs in the Bible is full of wisdom. And so there's a section that I was looking at this week, Proverbs chapter 30, verses 24 to 28. So Proverbs chapter 30 says this: 4 things on earth are small, yet they are extremely wise. So Proverbs 30, verse 24 says, 4 things on earth are small, yet they are extremely wise. And so size doesn't always determine significance. And so these are small things that are extremely wise. I love the Proverbs. I touched on this past Sunday in our church, how God uses creation to teach us. And God uses small things to teach us. And small things can be significant. And even if we feel small and insignificant some days, God can still use us. So what are the 4 things that are small yet are extremely wise, according to Proverbs chapter 30? So Proverbs chapter 30 says, 4 things on earth are small, yet they are extremely wise. Ants are creatures of little strength, yet they store up their food in the summer. Badgers are creatures of little power, yet they make their home in the rocks. Locusts have no king, yet they advance in ranks. A lizard can be caught with the hand, yet it is found in kings' palaces. So ants, badgers, locusts, and lizards. Those are 4 small things that, according to the book of Proverbs and this wisdom, says they're really quite wise. And I love this. I love how God uses small things. I love how God uses the things in the world around us to teach us, to remind us that small things are significant and that, well, we can learn and need to learn from small things. And we shouldn't pass off anything like an ant or a badger or a locust or a lizard as being insignificant, because we can learn. And the wise sage here was saying, hey, look at these 4 small things. They have something to teach us, and they are extremely wise. Interesting, eh? And so, as I've been thinking about this and I've been praying about it, I've been thinking about how even in the small things of life, even in the day-to-day things, because these 4 creatures that are mentioned, the ant, the badger, the locust, the lizard, they just go about kind of life as God created them to go about life. They do their thing. But even in doing our thing, even in the everyday things of life, we can be wise. We can live wisely. We can make wise decisions and good choices and God honoring choices in the everyday moments of life. Even if we feel small, even in a big world, in a big creation that God has made, even if we feel like, what difference can I make? We can make a difference in the small things, in the everyday things, because small things are significant. And when we make wise choices in our everyday life, that's significant. And God can use those things. So that's what I've been thinking about. And I've been thinking about trying to live wisely each and every day in every decision and believing that that can be God honoring and that's a good thing and that is significant. So there you have it. That's my little bit of, just what I've been thinking about, what I've been praying about, and what I wanted to share with you today. That, in the little things of life, in the simple things of life, we can show wisdom. And sometimes in those things, the small things of life, God teaches us. And he wants us to grow in wisdom. So God bless you today. May you be wise in the little things. May you realize that even if you feel small and insignificant, you're not. You're not. And that you can go about your life in a way that is God honoring and wise. Peace be with you.